Hello everybody, welcome to Hometalk Live. This is Kelly Weiler at Girl Upcycled Studio where I blog. We have an exciting class for you today. It is how to make a patina effect on virtually anything. Before we start that off, we do have a giveaway that we're doing today. We're going to be giving away a Hometalk canvas tote as well as a online workshop that I'm going to actually give away too, and you will learn 2 professional paint finishes, and it is packed full of great information, and I know you guys are going to love it. So with that, let's head over here. We're going to go ahead and start, and then I'll tell you how you can win the prizes, okay? So first of all, you guys, what we're going to be doing the paint finish on is a galvanized steel bucket. You can do this on many items, like I've done this on a chandelier before. You can do this on wood too. There's many things you can do it on, and it always looks so nice when you do a patina to add some decorative details to it, which is what I'm going to do right now. I am using the Iron Orchid Design molds that you use with paper clay. So I just want to give you a close-up of some of the detailing on the molds. I'm going to do one of my favorite right now is this mermaid, and she has so much detail and just it's very intricate, and that's kind of the one I've been playing with quite a bit. So we're going to go ahead and start with that, and you just want to get some cornstarch first in a brush. And you just want to put a little bit inside there. You guys, this is so easy. It's pretty much just like playing with Play-Doh back when you were a kid. And you just want to kind of roll it out so it's kind of long. And I'm going to do this kind of quick so I don't take up too much of your time. But the giveaway question is, what would you like to do a patina paint effect on? That is your question that I'd like for you to answer to win the tote and the online workshop, Paint Like a Pro workshop. Okay, so once you get that down in there, you want to roll it till it's a little bit warm, and then you want to just take one of these craft sticks and you're going to start pulling it from the sides. That needs to be turned down. Oops, there it goes. So we're going to start just pulling from the side. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? And I'd love to hear about where you're coming in from. Where y'all from out there? Are you able to see the comments?
No, I don't see any comments.
Oh, really?
Bailey Todd just joined.
Hello, Bailey Todd.
Deborah Todd.
Hello, Deborah. She's my buddy.
Hannah Vaughn.
Okay, so anyway, gang, we just want to work from the side out. And I got a bit much on there. Whoops. Again, you guys, these are from the Iron Orchid Design Company. You can get them through Prima Marketing, and I have links to all of this. And you'll notice how easy it's already starting to come up. I mean, it's very easy. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and plop this out. Now, the one thing I do want to say, you guys, is make sure you get your edges, all of the little flyaways. You want to make sure it's real clean on your edges, okay? And then it just literally is going to plop right out of there, okay? Now there are ways to, if you want to achieve like natural looking cracks in the clay, if it dries with heat and it dries kind of quickly, it will create little cracks throughout it, which I personally like. I think that gives it an authenticity. So that's that, and then we're going to, since we are applying this to metal, I'm going to use what's called Power Grab. It's Loctite brand, and let's see, I'm just going to dab a little bit here and there on it. Are there any questions? So you want to take that, and then we're just going to take a brush and brush it. Just make sure your edges have a lot of glue on the edges. And we'll be covering all this up, so it's not going to matter if, you know, if we get a little glob somewhere. Okay, so there's that. And I need a paper towel. I'll wipe some of that off. Okay, and then I'm going to come up here where we have the galvanized bucket. You guys, these can be found pretty much anywhere. Are you there? You want to make sure the most important part of this is just to make sure that you use a degreaser on it, some kind of a degreaser to clean it. And then we're going to go ahead and apply that right in the middle. Now, you notice I'm applying this while it's wet. And the reason I really enjoy using the clay decorative details is because I can manipulate it. Say I want to kind of turn its tail a little bit. And we're working on a round surface here. So you can kind of manipulate it a little bit, okay? And you just want to make sure it's all pressed down. Make sure the sides are down really good. And then you're going to be covering all this with paint. And you can go ahead and apply the paint while it's all wet. That is no problem, which is what our next step is. So that's it. So like I said, you guys, it's so nice because you can, you know, this is a round bucket and it's just going to shape right to it. So with this, we're going to go ahead and apply the paint. And let's see. All right. So are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to use the DIY paint. It is a clay-based paint from Debbie's Design Diary. And this actual paint technique is inspired by her. She calls it the Salty Kiss. So it's really just a fun technique to do. We're going to use, of course I have to use mermaid tail because it's, you know, it's a mermaid. I had to, right? So we're going to use that. And I'm just applying with a chip brush. And I might need to sit this here maybe. Don't let me sit in that. Okay. And I'm just going to apply this very random, you guys, and I'm putting it on really thick, okay? And you guys notice I'm applying this while the clay is still wet. So you want to keep that in mind. You don't want to push very hard. You don't want to damage that clay mold that we've just made. Need me to come closer? Just tell me and I can just push it closer. Yeah, I can just push it close. So you guys, I'm doing a very random technique and I'm just kind of splotching it on there. Now what I don't want to see you do, I don't want you to do like a distinct pattern, like a checkerboard pattern. You know, what happens is you don't want to see like a faint pattern. It needs to be real, just kind of haphazardly put on there, really. So anything you were taught when you were young, we're doing the opposite today is basically what it is. All right, so that was mermaid tail. And let's see, next I'm going to use, this is called Fancy Farm Girl. And this is a pretty bright green, like a farm tractor green. And let's see, in the same way, and then we're just basically going to cover any openings of the metal that we see. Let's see, let me show you make sure you get the detailing in the little the mermaid. Make sure you get her painted up really well. Do you have any questions out there? And I still haven't heard about where you're all coming in from. Okay.
Any comment?
Are there any questions?
Could you use a sponge brush?
You can, and actually, Debbie Beard, the question was, would I be able to use a sponge brush for this? Yes, absolutely. No rhyme or reason. You don't have to use a brush if you don't want to. Debbie Beard, she actually used a roller when she did this demo. Okay. And for me, doing class, I do a lot of classes in-house, so for me, I just find that the chip brushes work well for me. Okay, so next we're going to use Old 57, which is this color. One of my faves, so my regular customers know this is my favorite. I just can't deny it. And the same thing, so all I'm doing now, guys, anywhere you see an open spot, you want to lay it on there. Notice I'm not brushing. I don't want to see you brushing this way and that way. We do not really want it to blend. So I'm just basically just kind of, you can see how thick it is on my brush. And you're just going to kind of, basically I'm kind of slapping it on there. Yes, it's thick. It is pretty thick. That's going to give it a little more dimension. So because we're working on this galvanized metal, it's so flat and it's so smooth that this is going to completely give it the dimension
Where do you get your
that you need. The paint is from debbiesdesigndiary.com, and I would encourage you to go to the website and look up a retailer near you, because there are so many, you know, just everyday gals just like you and me that have little shops, and I love to support all those little shops. So, and then I sell it in-house here. So there we go. So that's that, guys. Now, I know it looks scary, right? It looks kind of scary. It looks like a mess. And when you're in my classes here, it's so messy. This is what I call the puberty stage. Because it is. It's a little scary, and it's like, it's all over the place. So we're going to take it from there, and we're going to go to the next step, which I have one already pre-made. Wait a minute. Oh, let's see, I painted the wrong, that's okay.
Can I talk about the giveaway question?
And you guys, I wanted to show you this. I had this one already pre-made too, so that you could see some of the details in the IOD molds. I forgot to show you that. But this is just another design that they have.
See that okay?
Can you see that okay, everyone? So there's a lot of detailing in it and a lot of different styles. So I really, I use these on a lot of my furniture pieces too, guys. So do we have any, would you guys decide on where you would like to do your paint finish for the when? Let's see. You know what, I did forget something. I'll be right back, I'm sorry.
Birdhouses. That would be beautiful.
What is it?
Someone said birdhouses.
Birdhouses. Okay, sorry, I do that every time.
Lots of love.
Lots of love. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so this next phase, actually, I need a bowl. Sorry about that. I'm kind of... Okay, so the next phase, guys, we are going to use
They want
Farm Fresh from the DIY paint line. Excuse me, did you have... Is there another question?
Someone had a question about whether or not those were made out of clay, but also someone suggested something that you've already done before is putting those on mirrors.
Yes, you can put these on mirrors. You can put them on
pictures.
frames. Yes, those are all great ideas. Absolutely. I love using the molds with the clay. And it is paper clay. and it can all be purchased through Prima Marketing, and I have all of those links to all the products. If you go over on my, here on the Hometalk page, I've got it posted there on my little page there. So,
How many different colors?
so right now we have 3 colors on here. I have Mermaid Tail, I have Fancy Farm Girl, and I have Old 57. So you want to give a close up because I have some more detailing on this one. And I thought that kind of reminded me of waves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I chose that. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, so now the next step is kind of important. So I'm just using about a tablespoon of Farm Fresh from the DIY line.
And we have a question whether or not you could use that outside on a fountain and how long it would last.
On a fountain, I actually have my exterior sign painted with this, and it's done really well. I'm coming up on 2 years here. Now, anytime you do anything outside, you need to coat it very, very well. So it needs to be coated properly, and when you do put an exterior sealant, make sure it's something that is non-yellowing. So that's what I would do. I don't know how the wax is going to wear outside though, but you could always do like a glazing patina or something like that, okay? So anyway, so guys, I wanted to show you real close. We're going to do about a tablespoon of paint, and I've got quite a bit of water in there, okay? And I need to stir this up. And we're just going to stir it up. And what we're doing now, guys, is we're making a wash. I have a feeling I'm going to sit on this. I'm going to move it. Thank you. So we're making a wash right now. And I might put just a little pinch more. So the idea is we're using this wash as a toner. And it's just going to kind of just tone all these colors down because they're so bright and everything. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to, yes,
As
ma'am.
you're washing that, we have a question whether or not if you could patina the range hood, if it's wood.
Yes, you can patina
would there
wood.
be any specific
You can do the same thing
finish
on wood.
that you need to do with
And
it?
I actually have some pieces on palettes that I can show you. And what I'm doing now is I'm just letting this wash right over, and I think I might need a smidgen more. I've got too much water in that. So see how you can kind of see some of that pattern underneath? You just want to see little hints and little, there we go. And this is messy, I'm going to warn you, but it's super fun. And I'm just letting this run all over it. Okay? And this is kind of where it all kind of starts making sense to you, all those colors and all the brightness that we're doing.
How many of them like this technique?
How many like this? How many of you think that you would try this technique? I know you're probably like, we haven't seen it finished yet, but I'm telling you, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And this could be used, I thought these little buckets were cute. They could be used as, I'm thinking like for little Easter baskets. They would be cute. And I'm still seeing, so I think I need a little more paint in there. If you're still seeing a lot of that color, just go ahead and add some more of that base over there so it washes it a little bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So this is great to do on any kind of, anything that you find at a yard sale, anything that you find at a thrift store, and you want to just really, it's going to give it that really kind of an expensive look when it's finished. As very pretty. Okay. Messy. Messy. So that's that. And now we're going to want to start to dry it a little bit. I hope y'all don't mind. I'm going to have to dry this. Is that cool? You'll notice as it dries, it's going to change just a little bit in color, and it's going to get kind of that salty look to it. And that's where you can kind of determine if you need to add another coat. You may need to add 2 coats to it, but you kind of won't know until you get it dry. So you can almost see it. You can almost see it changing as we dry. See how it's getting that really pretty patinaed, aged look? That's what we're going for. This is so easy. I hope you guys give this a try because it is so forgiving. You can also change the undertone colors, like if you wanted it more of a rusted look, you could use like browns and oranges and reds, and that would almost give it like it's rusted underneath. It would be really pretty. Now I'm only going to dry this front so that I can show you how to wax it. Okay, I think we're good, right? All right, so, and it looks pretty just like that, actually. I love it. But what I did, I want to go ahead and put some wax over top of it. And again, I'm going to use...
Does it have to be blow dried, or can you
Nope.
just air dry it?
You can air dry it. I just blew dry it just because we're live right now, and I know we don't have a lot of time, so just to save time. When you use heat on it, the heat does cause a little bit of cracks and crevices, which I think I like when I'm doing something that's aged. So oftentimes I'll just go ahead and hit it with the dryer. Next, I'm going to use clear wax from Debbie's Design Diary. And waxing, guys. I can't stress enough. You only need a little bit of wax. Don't dig in. You just want to drop it in there, okay?
Can you use a sealant over the wax, and if so, what type would you use?
You could use a sealant underneath the wax. So, like you could use a polyacrylic or, you know, something like that underneath it.
Before you put the wax
and then
on.
wax over top of that. You wouldn't want to do it the other way around because we want our paint to adhere very well. So when you guys are waxing, if you, I'm going to put dark wax on this. I always tell people to start off with clear wax, especially for beginners, because that way you can kind of control it a little bit more. And as you see, when I put the clear wax on, all that color came back, but do not worry because as it dries, that'll fade away again. So we have a little smidgen of clear wax, and now I'm going to switch over to the dark wax, again from Debbie's Design Diary. And this has kind of a brown tone to it.
Okay, we have several questions.
Yes, ma'am. Questions?
Could you put that on a fresh cement floor?
A fresh cement floor. The paint?
Mm-hmm. To do this technique on a cement floor.
I would say if you seal it, you have to have a really good, I'd get a professional line sealer if you're going to do anything like that. That would be my advice.
Could you put some gold on the mermaid's tail before you wax it?
You could. You absolutely could. A little bit of gold. You can accent it as much as you want. You could even accent this with a white wax if you wanted it more of a salty look. Now I'm putting this on pretty liberally right around the detailing because I kind of want it to pop. And then I'm just going to kind of
You're asking about the rustic look. Could you skip the wax and allow it to peel for a rustic look?
You could. You actually would probably want to create a crackle more on its own. I know chalk paint. This is a chalk style paint. It's clay based, but it's also a chalk style paint. They adhere pretty well, so I don't know how much will peel. I know my sign outside hasn't started peeling at all, and it's 2 years it's been out there. Okay, so
How would you clean that
1 second.
surface once it's complete? How would you clean
Once it's dry, you should be able just to wipe it down with a mild soap, I would think, or just water even, you know. But so now we have both steps of our wax on there, and this is what it's looking like. And now you're going to want to go ahead and start buffing it, okay? And remember, it's still wet, so it's not going to, it'll turn salty again as it dries. And I have one finished that I can show you when we get done here.
One of the ideas was to paint an old brass lamp with this technique.
Love that. I love this on lamps, you guys. I love that. Yep. Yep. That's a different technique over there. She was pointing to a lamp that I did, but it was a different technique.
You should show them.
But anyway, gang, so that's what that's going to look like. And then as it dries, it'll kind of look salty again.
They would like, if you have a previous finished piece that you could show.
Show a finished piece. Yeah, we're good with this. So anyway, you guys, so the idea is let that dry all the way, and it'll get back to that lighter color, and then you want to buff it really good, okay? So now I'm going to show you what it looks like finished. It's so pretty.
Someone's saying saw blades. How would you use saw blades?
Well, that would be cool. So this is it, gang. This is it finished. And I used a couple different colors, but it's the same technique that I used with this one. Isn't it pretty? Love, love, love it. So who feels like they could totally do this? 'Cause it's a fun, fun project to do. There's that, and I can show, I've got one on a board I could show you. Would you like to see that one too?
Of course.
Okay, let me show you that. Let me hang this right here so you can look at it. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, we're about to announce the winner. Kelly.
Okay. And then this is another one that we did on a board. And as you see, I used brighter colors here. But that's on wood. So it's basically that same technique, that patina technique, and we scrape down. You can sand it, you can play around with it. Okay, so guys, we're going to pick the winner. Winner. Who do we want to choose? The saw blade? I think I have to pick the person that...
She announced it. I didn't hear it.
Oh, who?
It has been announced.
Oh, it's already been announced.
Nona Schnell.
Nona Schnell? Nona Schnell, you're the winner. So you will win a canvas tote, and you're going to win an online workshop from me that Paint Like a Pro, and I'm really excited for you. Okay, so you guys make sure down at the comments you share this out to all your friends, and make sure that you sign up for notifications so you can get all these great DIY programs that they offer here at Hometalk. Okay, is there anything else, guys, that we've missed? I think that's it, right? Let's come on over at Girl Upcycled Studio and say hi. All right, thanks you guys. We'll see you next time.